Hey everybody! Welcome to Northernlion Plays Inside. This is a little bit out of my comfort zone. It's a blind let's play of a puzzle game, or a puzzle platformer at least, which makes me a little anxious because I'm not the best at solving puzzles, historically speaking. But this is from Playdead Studios, whose last game was the very critically acclaimed Limbo 4 or 5 years ago, which I was a huge fan of, and I've heard that Inside is amazing. It's been out on Xbox One for about a week or two, and just came out on Steam yesterday. I wanted to play it through, and I wanted to play it through blind. I've heard that it's a great experience, and the best way to experience it is to know nothing about it coming in here. So we're gonna get started, and if you're invested in the series, which I hope you are, it's probably gonna be about a week long. I've heard that it's 2 or 3 hours long. Bear's been playing it as well. He's got nothing but glowing recommendations. And given Playdead's, truck, if you're gonna back up, you got to give me a little beep beep here. That's what the universal sign for get the heck out of the way, or I'm gonna run you over. Yeah, it's about 3 hours long, maybe slightly longer if you're bad at puzzles like I am, but we'll see as we get going here. So, I have played through like the first 3 minutes here just to get a feel for how it's going, so you're gonna think that I'm the world's most MLG, SGDQ, amazing inside player of all time. But really, it's just because I have some experience with it right here. So it is a 2D, I guess technically it's 2.5D because it's in like a 3D world that's projected onto a 2D plane, but that's, you know, maybe inside baseball here. With some light puzzle elements, I have heard from some other YouTubers like Christopher that the puzzles are engaging and not difficult, but interesting without being like overly complex. And I'm hopeful that I can actually surmount them, but we'll see for ourselves. For now, we are a young lad escaping from some kind of facility, but that's really all I've been able to infer so far. You know, they were loading people onto that truck, they're driving away, and they're looking for me, or at least they're looking for me and other survivors or escapees, and we're gonna, I'm sure, kind of learn a little bit more about the world as we go through it. And what Limbo was really good at, and what I hope Inside's really good at as well, is like building a world without actually having exposition like, the year is oh my god. Run faster. Run faster. You can do it. I believe in the power of your jumping. Okay, that was a little close. Luckily, I am well versed in Limbo and recall being impaled by a giant spider many times. Prepare yourself for some possibly disturbing and or violent elements. I don't know. But yeah, you know, it doesn't do like, the year is 3000, all human beings are being used like batteries like they are in the movie The Matrix from 1998. Instead, they kind of, it's a little bit of a buzzword in storytelling, but they show instead of telling, which I appreciate. I don't like that we're so exposed on this road here. We must be some sort of specimen of, oh, careful. Must be some sort of specimen of importance if they're using all these resources to look for us. Or maybe there's just a lost pet in the neighborhood, in which case we're just helping to find it. I'm just looking for Mr. Wrinkles right now. Don't call your cat Mr. Wrinkles. It's a better name for one of your testicles. As of right now, this is the farthest I've actually gone in the game. People just got out of this car. And they have spotted me. This would be a great time to not trip and fall. Okay, so I've learned something valuable there. Alright, dude, please don't drown me. I mean, you can just take me back to the facility and teach me a little bit about the world of which we inhabit. Okay, so we gotta jump over this log here. You would have thought so, but I was just making sure that it's actually an element that we can interact with. Alright, keep going, keep going. There's another car. Oh my god! I shouldn't have laughed, but it's a pretty inappropriate reaction, but he actually shot us. Okay, so I guess they're not taking us back to the facility. Maybe we have some sort of industry secrets here. This is how John Carmack escaped from Bethesda in order to work at Oculus. Okay, so I don't know. We can't get shot here. Wait for them to move around. Okay, he's gonna get us, probably. No! He's not using his gun! Okay, okay. Keep going. Slide down. That was either scripted or that guy has terrible aim. Keep running and jumping here. This is one heck of a way to start the game off here. It's like some out-of-this-world stuff. Oh, God. Alright, as long as we don't get the sonic drowning noise, I think we've done a good job here. What do you think? You have to go underwater to stay away from the light? Trying to do a better job of not just dying on every single puzzle. I have to say that at least so far the game looks absolutely beautiful. And there was a little bit of scuttlebutt on the internet, because there always is. Sometimes for myself and my colleagues included, like, where the heck is Playdead's next game? It looks like they're just making like a Limbo, 2. This does not look like Limbo 2. It has a lot of, oh my god, is it dead bears? Or, these are not bears, these are pigs. You wouldn't know that I have a biology degree. Because that's what they teach you in biology. They're like, look at this corpse, what animal is it? A bear? Nah, it's like a C-. It's actually a pig. Heavy emphasis on tone and atmosphere for sure, but definitely this does not just look like Limbo 2. It's an amazing amount of like depth in the background of the game here. All right, now we're in Dead by Daylight land in these cornfields. If that's like the opening set piece of the game, that did a really good job of making my chest feel tight and anxious. I have a great degree of urgency associated with the escape of this child right here. So now's the moment when you call it. You guess what's happening in the world of Inside here, and if you're correct, you can feel good about yourself later. We're being chased by some birds here. At least I hope they're birds. I hope they're not robotic drones sent by the Inside Incorporated. It's like our first splash of color in the actual game as well. Well, along with the red taillights of the truck. I'm gonna guess that we go up the rope, but what happens if you just go through the door? You cannot go through the door. All right. See you later, birds. Thanks for that brief injection of lightness. Appreciate it. Can we moonwalk jump through the background here, or through the barn here? Absolutely we can. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Our first puzzles. Can we open the door and let the birds in? Yes, we can. Perhaps the birds are actual elements here that are important for us. I don't know. They're gonna follow us? Alright. Well, I think we'll just start by turning the lever. Or pulling the lever. Nothing happens. What about this thing right here? Very satisfying. You think we have to... I mean, I don't think we have to jump through this. I'm just trying to get an idea of what elements are at play in the puzzles here. I'm guessing we have to pull on this, and then in a certain length of time while that thing's still spinning, pull on this. No such luck. Alrighty. Maybe you just have to do it a certain number of times to get it started? Yeah, okay. See, I've used a lawnmower in my day. That powers this thing. And then, oh my god. Don't make me do it. You want me to put the birds up into the thresher? I don't know how I feel about this. Alright. Get it started. I mean, I see what I'm looking at here. We have to get the birds in the thresher. Their remains are going to get spit into that hay bale. The hay bale is going to get knocked down by physics and is thus going to allow us to get up here. Yo, game. This is not going to be popular with my audience. These birds were the first injection of cuteness. You're going to make me suck them up into this thing? Oh, this does not make me feel good. Wait, they're still alive? All is forgiven. All is forgiven. They gave me cute things, and then they made me kill them, but they lived. Okay, all is forgiven. Good lord, that was, I thought they were the cruelest game designers on the planet. Instead, they've allowed me to retain a little bit of my humanity, and I appreciate that a great deal. Okay. We've escaped from the barn of our own ethical concerns. We're gonna Ezio Auditore onto this collection of dead swine, I imagine. I guess let's... Probably gonna have to push the cart. I just wanted to see if there was something over here. Alright, here's my impression of what my teammates never do in Overwatch. Ha ha ha. Let's try to add a little bit of levity to this scene that actually has me feeling deeply unsettled. These appear to be worms. Okay, well, I mean, I'm assuming they're not gonna attack me, but I have played Out of This World. So I don't trust any natural flora and or fauna as far as I can throw it. I also don't like the fact that we're in quicksand right now, or at least some thick mud. Can we climb a fence? Yes, we can. Learned a lot about the rules of engagement of Inside so far. We got some worms feasting on these dead animals. The game is not afraid to get into mature... Excuse me? Not afraid to get into mature content quickly, that's for sure. Alright, this... You have a worm coming out of your anus. I'm not trying to say that to make a joke. Do you think we'd try to jump over him? Okay, good start. We could either... Okay, I think there's two ways we could possibly handle this. We could jump over him and then take him back into the swamp, where hopefully he will get stuck in the mud or something like that. That does not appear to be the case so far. Or we could just try to keep running to the right and jump over him whenever he tries to get us. But I'm skeptical about this. Keep in mind, you know, these puzzles are designed to be solved a little bit with trial and error. Oh, you gotta jump, dude. Good enough, good enough, good enough. At least making progress. You're supposed to jump a little bit with more efficacy so that you're not doing that every single time, but... Oh, do you think we have to get him to break through the wall? Look at that. We did indeed, and what happened to him when he got it? Oh, he's gonna kill us. He did not kill us, but we're trapped in a very awkward situation. Excuse me, Piggy. We've done it, we've done it. Escape. Oh, Lord. He's dead. Okay. Now let me guess. We pull... Oh, we're pulling the worm out of his butt. What have I done? Is he our friend now? He's our friend now. Hey. You ever try to, like, push your cats like this? They do not... I mean, like, I'm not pushing my cats around like it's a Matchbox 20 song. Well, I will, well, I will. I'm just saying, you know, they don't like walking backwards. Alright, there we go. We've connected our head into this, and now we're controlling a number of other zombie-type creatures here. Alright, I gotta admit, game certainly starts very menacingly. These guys can, like, push on this thing. Feel like it's more likely we open this door first. Can I get all you guys on the door at the same time? There we go. And then... over here, this thing looks like it has wheels. Pull it back. And we have a ramp. Alright. So I don't know if that's going to be the central gimmick of the game. I was being 100% serious, by the way, when I said that I have no idea what's going on in Inside. Like, I know nothing about it. I haven't watched any other gameplay. I've just heard other YouTubers and you know, games media talking about it. And saying that it's fantastic, but I had no idea that that was coming. I also had no idea that we were going to get a little bit more colorful here. This is like in The Matrix 3 when Neo and Trinity pierce the clouds and actually get a glimpse of the Earth and Sun for the first time in a while. Alright, so here's what we're gathering so far. We've got, like, humans or human-like, you know, robots, automatons or something. They can be controlled through this helmet that we can put on. They're being put on trucks. Maybe, you know, mass labor. Maybe there's some human trafficking elements, I don't know. What do I see out of this puzzle so far? Well, we have to stand on this to get to that thing. Is that a button? That may indeed be a button. If it's a button, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you push this all the way in, stand on this to hit that big red button, and then we'll take it from there. I appear to be mistaken. That could just be a light as well. Alright. Well, it looks like we can actually get down on this thing right now. Or get up on this thing, I should say. So far, I'm sufficiently creeped out. And also intrigued. It's that horror intrigue you get from a movie like It Follows or something like that, where you're like, this is gross, but also really cool. Alright. There's more birds. These birds are a different color, and they've flown away. Okay. I was hoping they didn't make me put those in a thresher, and it's like, oh, only the yellow birds are not affected by the thresher. You actually murdered them, you monster. That's more of like a GLaDOS thing, I guess. So there's obviously some puzzle elements going on here. So far, so good. It's been really light puzzling, which I appreciate because, quite honestly, I need the help to start with. Okay, so this thing. We can push it, and it is physics-enabled. That does nothing. Okay, we can raise it up. We can pull it down. Presumably, how far can we knock it over here? It gets stuck there. And then what if we raise it now? Is it still affected by physics? I was thinking is maybe we could like get it swinging or something like that and then pull it up. Let's just see what happens if we drop down through this area right here. Does that area exist just to allow us to get to the bottom floor? Or does that area exist for another purpose? Maybe it actually solves like a puzzle-related concern. Let me try something. Okay, nice try. I thought like maybe I could just hit the lever up and that would be enough. Okay, so we can't get up when it's past this point. Okay. It's the first semi-complex puzzle we've come across here. Let's take a look at the elements that happen back here. Are there elements that happen back here? I mean, there are more birds. There's clearly a box that looks to be physics-enabled back there. Okay, birds. I'm gonna scare you. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna give me a clue? You draw my attention to this box up here. I can't reach that yet. But it does have the same kind of interactivity implied that, that boxes in Limbo did. Can we run past this ladder? No. Alright. The only other thing we can do for now is come up here. Ah! Wait a minute. Did we just actually jump, and then jump? Okay, alright. So we raise this like a little bit more. Probably a little bit more than that. And we'll see if this is actually how we do it. What I meant to say, of course, is this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Let's try it there. This is how we do it. It's Friday afternoon. New game on Steam. I'm stuck on the third puzzle. Oh my... Well, okay, you know what? You're an idiot, self. Why don't you just push it like that, and then you can much more easily make this. There we go. Remember, it's a 2D game because it's a 3D environment projected on 2D space. Don't break your ankles here. Should be able to make this one fairly easily in this case. Alright, and then we fucked it up, but at least we're learning. I was basically at that point just showing you guys what not to do. Obviously. Great work. And we've done it. Then we push this thing down. And to be honest with you, I bet it's going to get cracked open. And then something inside of it is going to come out. Whoa! Actually, it just broke a hole in the ground. And also killed us. So, my guess is that we should probably not be standing there when we push it off. Whoa! Okay. Game does a great job of making you think that there's actual danger. Which I suppose there is, like we could have died there, but... Even though we made it out and it was probably no danger that we were going to die there, you know, the fact that we're clinging onto the edge makes it feel like the stakes are quite high. Alright, down we go. Find a vent, which we can pry open. I was going to say, please don't electrocute me. What in the world is this? I wonder if this is like a generator, and by disabling this generator, we've opened a door or something for ourselves? I'm not sure. Maybe I should have come to this area first to figure it out. Oh, okay, it opens a door. I'm assuming that there was some reasoning for opening this door. Okay, we got 2 of these jokers. What are we gonna do, guys? I actually don't know what we're supposed to do yet. Can you grab each other? Can you interact with one another? No. You can jump, though. Oh, wait. Okay, look in the switch panel on the right side. When it starts in this state, I'm assuming this is both are in a bad place. Now one of them's in the right place. Now they're both in a bad place. Now one of them's in the right place. Okay. What's the secret here? We've got a very simple 2x2 matrix. Ah, there's 2 switches on the ground, you dummy. Got to figure out how to get both switches planted. What this means is that there's probably one side that is like slightly... Ah, no. Easy. You free the guy, then you close the door, thereby shortening the length of his walking path, and then it should just work. Like you walk one guy into it, and then when they're equal distance, you have them both step on the platform. I'm a genius. I've solved the tutorial puzzle for this section of the game. I gotta admit, so far, I'm real happy with the fact that I haven't totally fucked it up. And maybe we'll just come out to this top section here, and then I'll pause it just before we get into the next section. I'll say thanks for watching this part of Inside. A little bit of a shorter episode to start because you never know if we're going to come across like a 7-minute puzzle coming up next. If you enjoyed the episode, it's the infancy of a new series. It's not going to be very long, but click the like button. If you enjoyed it, it helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Check out the game on Steam. It's not a sponsored video, but so far I'm having a great time with it. There will be a link in the video description below. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Inside. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.